Welcome to our channel. Today we're exploring a crucial topic that impacts many believers, the subtle ways we might be blocking God's blessings in our lives. Many times we wonder why we aren't experiencing the fullness of spiritual blessings, and often the answer lies within our own actions and attitudes. Blocking God's blessings doesn't necessarily mean we're doing something dramatically wrong. Instead, it often involves subtle behaviors and mindsets that shift us away from the path He has laid out for us. These can range from harboring unforgiveness to neglecting our community or allowing fear to dominate our decisions. Understanding these blocks is the first step towards removing them. By becoming aware of these obstacles, we can make intentional choices to align our lives more closely with divine principles, opening ourselves up to the abundant blessings God has in store for us. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into each of these blocks and learn how to overcome them. One significant way we might be blocking God's blessings is through a lack of faith. Doubt and skepticism can create a barrier between us and the spiritual blessings intended for us. When we question foundational beliefs or the power of prayer, it can hinder our ability to receive and recognize the blessings that are being bestowed upon us. Strengthening our faith is essential to overcome these doubts. Engaging in regular prayer, meditation, and scripture study are powerful ways to deepen our connection with the divine. These practices help to reinforce our beliefs and trust in God's plan, making it easier to see His hand in our lives. Additionally, surrounding ourselves with a community of faith can be incredibly supportive. Attending church services, participating in group Bible studies, and having meaningful conversations with fellow believers can inspire and uplift our spirit. These connections not only reinforce our faith, but also help us to witness the power of shared belief in action. Unforgiveness is a major blockade to receiving God's blessings. Holding grudges and harboring resentment can weigh heavily on our spiritual well-being, creating a barrier to the peace and grace that could otherwise flow into our lives. This bitterness can cloud our judgment, affect our relationships, and disconnect us from the sense of community and love that is essential to spiritual growth. To move beyond unforgiveness, it is crucial to practice forgiveness actively. This starts with acknowledging the hurt and accepting that forgiveness is not about condoning the action, but about freeing oneself from the negative hold it has on our life. Prayer can be a transformative tool here, asking God not only for the strength to forgive, but also for the compassion to understand the perspectives of others. Taking practical steps towards forgiveness can also include reaching out to those we've felt wronged by and expressing our feelings in a constructive manner. It might also involve seeking reconciliation, or if that's not possible, choosing to let go and trust in God's justice. Each act of forgiveness, no matter how small, helps to cleanse our spirit and restore our openness to God's blessings. Disobedience to spiritual principles can significantly block the flow of God's blessings into our lives. Often, this takes the form of small daily actions that go against our beliefs, such as dishonesty, neglecting to help others, or failing to make time for spiritual reflection and prayer. These actions might seem minor, but they accumulate, creating a distance between us and the spiritual path we aspire to follow. Aligning our daily actions with our spiritual values is key to opening ourselves to God's blessings. This alignment involves more than just avoiding wrongdoing. It means actively seeking ways to live out our beliefs. For example, by being truthful, showing kindness, and engaging in regular prayer or meditation, we live in closer accordance to God's teachings. By making a conscious effort to observe these spiritual principles, we not only improve our personal lives, but also influence those around us positively. Such a lifestyle promotes a harmonious environment that is ripe for receiving and recognizing the blessings that God continually bestows upon us. This harmony enhances our spiritual receptivity, allowing us to fully embrace the divine blessings intended for us. Neglecting to express gratitude can significantly hinder our ability to recognize and receive God's blessings. When we fail to acknowledge the good already present in our lives, we may develop a mindset focused more on what we lack rather than what we have. This lack of gratitude can cloud our perception, making it difficult to see the blessings that are continuously unfolding around us. Cultivating a grateful attitude is essential for both spiritual growth and personal well-being. One practical way to foster gratitude is by keeping a gratitude journal. Daily entries about things you are thankful for can shift your focus from deficiencies to abundance, enhancing your awareness of even the smallest blessings. Additionally, expressing gratitude in prayer or meditation strengthens our relationship with God and reinforces our recognition of His work in our lives. By regularly acknowledging these blessings, we cultivate a more positive outlook that naturally attracts even more positivity and grace, thus opening the door wider to God's continual blessings. Fear of the future is a common obstacle that can prevent us from fully experiencing God's blessings. When we allow fear and anxiety about what lies ahead to dominate our thoughts, it can paralyze our ability to act in faith and trust in God's plan. This fear not only limits our spiritual growth, but also blocks the flow of blessings by focusing our minds on potential negative outcomes rather than God's promises. To overcome this fear, it is crucial to cultivate trust in God's sovereignty and goodness. Reminding ourselves of times in the past when God has been faithful can help build this trust. Scripture is replete with promises that God is in control and works all things for the good of those who love Him. Reflecting on these truths can calm our anxious hearts and reorient our mindset towards hope. Encouragements to embrace uncertainty with faith are also vital. Engaging in prayer, seeking counsel from wise friends or spiritual leaders, and practicing mindfulness can all aid in releasing our fears. By surrendering our future to God and trusting that He has our best interests at heart, we open ourselves to receive the full measure of blessings He has prepared for us. Community plays a vital role in spiritual growth, offering support, wisdom, and a shared journey of faith. Ignoring the importance of fellowship can lead to isolation, which might hinder our ability to grow and learn within a nurturing and accountable environment. Engaging with a community allows us to experience diverse perspectives and receive encouragement that can significantly enhance our spiritual journey. Actively participating in community life is crucial. This can involve joining small groups or Bible studies, volunteering within church activities, or simply making an effort to connect with others during worship services. Each of these activities provides opportunities to build relationships and deepen our understanding of faith through the experiences and insights of others. Supporting others within the community is also key to fostering a healthy spiritual environment. Offering to pray for others, providing practical assistance, and sharing personal experiences of God's blessings are all ways to strengthen communal ties and encourage mutual growth. By investing in the well-being of our community, we not only obey God's command to love one another, but also create a more receptive atmosphere for His blessings to flow freely among us. Pride and ego can significantly isolate us from the guidance and blessings intended for our lives. When we allow pride to dominate, it creates a barrier between us and others, including our spiritual connections. This self-centered attitude can blind us to our need for God's help and the support of our community, making us believe we can manage alone. This isolation not only hinders our spiritual growth, but also limits our ability to receive and recognize blessings. Embracing humility is crucial for breaking down these barriers. Humility allows us to acknowledge our limitations and our need for God's guidance. It opens us to the wisdom of others and makes us teachable and receptive to change. When we lower ourselves in humility, we are in a better position to be lifted up by God's hand, receiving His blessings in full measure. Practical steps towards cultivating humility include serving others, seeking accountability within a trusted community, and regular self-reflection to assess our motives and actions. By intentionally practicing humility, we align closer with God's purpose for us, paving the way for His blessings and guidance to flow more abundantly into our lives. Living a lifestyle that contradicts spiritual teachings can have profound consequences on our ability to receive God's blessings. When our actions do not align with the values and principles we profess, it creates a disconnect between our spiritual aspirations and our daily lives. This misalignment can lead to a sense of spiritual unease and block the flow of blessings that come from living in harmony with divine laws. Aligning our lifestyle with our spiritual teachings is essential for maintaining spiritual integrity and authenticity. It involves examining various aspects of our life, be it our relationships, business dealings, or personal habits, and assessing whether they reflect our spiritual commitments. Making adjustments, though challenging, is crucial for fostering a life that is conducive to receiving God's grace. To facilitate this alignment, we can set clear spiritual goals, seek guidance from spiritual leaders, and engage with Scripture or other religious texts that reinforce our faith's teachings. Encouragement from a like-minded community can also provide the support and accountability needed to make sustainable changes. By striving for consistency in our beliefs and actions, we invite a deeper connection with the divine and open ourselves to the abundant blessings God offers. As we wrap up our discussion on the sneaky ways we might be blocking God's blessings, I encourage you to reflect personally on these points. Consider areas in your own life where you might be unintentionally setting up barriers. It's a powerful first step to acknowledge these blocks and make the necessary adjustments to align more closely with your spiritual values. I hope this video has inspired you to seek a deeper, more blessed life by removing these common obstacles. Remember, every step towards overcoming these barriers not only enhances your spiritual journey, but also deepens your relationship with God and those around you. Please share your thoughts and any personal experiences related to this topic in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're working towards removing these blocks or any other insights you might have. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to receive updates on more content like this. Thank you for watching, and may you move forward in faith and openness to all the blessings God has in store for you. Keep seeking, keep growing, and until next time, stay connected.